Welcome to the video solutions for the prime factors question sheet. So prime factors, well, we can start off by writing down two prime numbers larger than 10 and smaller than 20. And it's important you know your prime numbers, and you won't be able to look on my classroom wall because you're on holiday. So we're looking for prime numbers. So the next number after 10 is 11. That's a prime number. Why? Well, there's only one way to make it: 1 times 11. 12, no, that's not prime, because you can do 1 times 12 and 2 times 6. 13, yep, 1 times 13. And you can see basically if you don't know your times tables, then you can't do this very well at all. After 13, you'd have 14, 15, 16, 17's prime, 18, then 19's prime, and that's it to there. So that's your first bit. Now, this is much more likely as an exam question. Express 66 as a product of its prime factors. And a friend of mine always used to say, if you see P, P, then you draw a tree, which is what I'm about to do. So 66, and we split it up. Now, my 6 times table, that's 11 times 6. And I put the two things there. 11 times 6 makes 66. And I'm going to draw a circle around the 11 because 11 is a prime number. 6 isn't though. 6 is 2 times 3. So I split the 6 up. 2 is a prime number, and so is 3. So to get my marks, 66 equals 2 times 3 times 11. And there's 2 marks for that. Okay, question 3. Express 132 as a product of its prime factors. So if you haven't had a go at this yet, then you might want to press pause and have a quick go now. But I'm going to do exactly the same thing. 132. Now that's a bit trickier. But I can see it's an even number, so I'm going to halve it. So half of 100 is 50, half of 30 is 15, and half of 2 is 1. So that's going to be 66. So it's 2 times 66. And oh, hang on a moment, we just did 66. That's really straightforward, isn't it? That's 11 times 6, and that's 2 times 3. So to get our prime numbers circled, there we are, there's all the prime numbers. So marks here are going to be 132 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 11. And no, it doesn't matter what order you do them in. You'll just find that people normally write them in ascending order. So you can see I've put my two 2's first, there's a 2, and there's a 2, and then I did the 3, and then the 11. Now, find the lowest common multiple. Lowest common multiple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use both of these sets of numbers here. And there's more than one way to do this. I'll show you the other way at the end, but I'm going to use this list here, that's the 132 list, and this list here. Now, I know that the lowest common multiple has to be in the 66 times table, which means it's going to have 2 times 3 times 11 in it. And that's basically the same as that list there. So use the first list. And now you look at this and you see, have you got enough stuff to make the other number? Well, I've got a 2, there's the 2, I've got a 3, there it is, and I've got an 11, but what I don't have is another 2, so I need to add that extra 2. And if I multiply those up, I'll get my lowest common multiple, which is 132, funnily enough. Now we're going to find the highest common factor. So I'm just going to write this down here. So 66 was 2 times 3 times 11. So 66 is 2 times 3 times 11, and 132 was 2 times 2 times 3 times 11. So to find the highest common factor, you just see what's in both lists. So they've both got an 11 in them, they've both got a 3 in them, and they've both got a 2 in them. So you take those numbers, 2 times 3 times 11, and multiply them up, and in this case we get 66. So that's our highest common factor. Now the challenge question. Vina What a name. Brought some food for a barbecue. I'm sorry if your name's Vina, by the way. She's going to make some hot dogs. And she needs a bread roll and a sausage for each hot dog. 40 bread rolls in a pack and 24 sausages in a pack. Vina bought exactly the same number of bread rolls and sausages. Okay, so she couldn't have bought one pack of each because there's not the same number there. So what we're after here, we're after the LCM of 40 and 24. And I'm going to do it differently to how I did it before. I'm going to actually do it possibly a long way, but this is another way of finding LCMs. So first of all, I'm going to go down to 24. So 24, 48, 72, 96, 120, 144. I'm going to stop there for a moment and I'm going to do 40s. 40, 80, 120. And this method relies on you not getting your adding wrong. So you can see they both get to 120. So bread rolls, they were the 40s. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Packs of sausages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs of sausages. How many hot dogs can she make? Well, if she's got 120 bread rolls and 120 sausages, then she can make 120 hot dogs. And that's the end. So a nice easy one today. There's a hot dog for you. Have a nice evening.